You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 5.
One city in Tennessee is spraying mosquitoes after bugs tested positive for the West Nile virus. The precautions health officials are taking preventing mosquito bites.
And happening today, Manatee County will decide how to spend their big annual budget.
And Uber is doing all it can to make sure passengers feel safe, the extra steps they are taking this morning. 5 o'clock Tuesday, June 5th. Glad you're with us and welcome to Good Morning Suncoast. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. Thanks for waking up with us this morning to this humid, muggy morning. Another sticky one out there today, John Scalzi.
Yeah, you know, that's true. Anytime we get a west wind at this time of year, it's really going to bring in that warm, moist air over Gulf waters, and that's what it's going to do today. The good news is that the water temperatures are still cool enough that if you're right along the immediate coastline, you'll get a little bit of a refreshing breeze, while inland it's just going to swelter. I mean, what can you say? We're looking at a little better chance of rainfall today, maybe a few more showers to break the heat, but that'll be mostly in inland areas in the afternoon. For the next couple of hours along the coastline, a chance at a brief shower, passing rain, 20% chance of that. Then as we head into the noontime hour, I think most people are going to be drying out, but the temperatures, of course, are going to be rising with all the sunshine, 84 degrees by then. 3 p.m., 88 degrees, and a chance of rainfall mostly in inland areas. You can see on radar a few of those scattered showers trying to work their way a little closer to the southern parts of the viewing area. Inglewood, Venice, those areas are in line for a shower or two. Maybe along Holmes Beach, an isolated shower. That's the kind of situation it is, kind of hit and miss, very few showers around. That massive cloud you see in the center northern Gulf, that's an area of low pressure riding along a frontal boundary that may enhance our rainfall chances tomorrow. We'll be talking about that in detail in a few minutes. Satellite view pretty quiet right now. A lot of sunshine coming your way as dawn will break on Suncoast. 81 degrees, the current air temperature with a dew point of a sticky 76. Complete forecast in a second.
I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Here's a pretty shot of your Ringling Causeway. Built about 15 years ago. A nice live picture of Sarasota Bay and the busy causeway that connects the bayfront over to Bird Key and St. Armand Circle on to Longboat Key. Let's check the roads right now at 5:02. First alert traffic showing some buildup already this morning on 301 as you head away from Bradenton and come towards Sarasota. Let's check farther south now, and we'll find out in the upper half of Sarasota County some problems there along the bayfront northbound toward the bridge, and then Bee Ridge eastbound from Cattleman in toward the interstate. And then our final maps for the South County will show there are some delays already on 75 southbound as you cross from Northport and head toward Port Charlotte. New concerns this morning about a bridge on the Suncoast that thousands of us use every day. Venice city officials say the bridge that crosses over Curry Creek on Capri Isle Boulevard is structurally deficient and is in poor condition. The state says the bridge's substructure has cracks and issues of corrosion, among other issues. The city says despite the issues, it is still perfectly safe to drive over the bridge. The city is currently working with a structural engineering firm to evaluate and look at other options.
There are no weight limits required at this time. There is no imminent danger by the bridge, but it is time for us to move forward with doing some repairs and or looking if it's time to reconstruct or rehabilitate the bridge.
It's alarming. I don't know if I should drive over it until they fix it. It'd be nice if they'd put a sign out or something maybe.
The bridge issue will be discussed in depth at the next city council meeting a week from today.
Well, new details this morning on that bridge collapse that killed 6 people in South Florida back in March. FDOT is now asking a judge to keep the records sealed, the ones that might reveal what caused the bridge to collapse in the first place. Now, according to the Miami Herald, FDOT is asking the judge to dismiss a lawsuit by the paper that mandates that they release the emails, the meeting minutes, and other records that are related to the bridge's design and construction. Federal investigators have 2 weeks to decide if they want to defend themselves in court before the judge makes his final ruling. Well, just over $1 billion is at stake for Manatee County. Commissioners are meeting later today, and it could mean some big changes for the county's budget.
Our Marla Spence has a preview now live from downtown Bradenton. Marla?
Good morning, guys. County commissioners will be meeting here for a budget work session to go over a budget that was recently released last week. Now, that $1.4 billion budget could mean some major changes for Manatee County. Now, those changes will include the addition of 12 new sheriff deputies, their equipment, salaries, and also health care. The proposed budget will also provide funding for 18 positions in the school resource officers program, and today is just the beginning of the budget review. County commissioners will be meeting into July to make a decision on next year's budget. Coming up at 5:30, we're going to be telling you some other proposed plans for that budget. That'll be at 5:30. Reporting live in Manatee County, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Marla. Well, tomorrow, active shooter response training will be held at Bayshore High School. Both Manatee County Sheriff's Office and Bradenton Police will be on hand. Now, just a heads up, there will be a simulated gunshot exercise as well as more police presence at the school from 8 in the morning until noon.
Sarasota County says it's making progress on reducing the number of homeless people on our streets. The Gulf Coast Community Foundation gave a presentation last night showing the past year's results. The foundation says the early data looks promising and that the numbers are trending in the right direction. The Creating an Effective Homeless Crisis Response Team is an 11-step program. It includes rehousing efforts, assistance from care managers, and raising money to house homeless people in both the city and the county.
Right now, police on the east coast of the state are hoping a sketch of a newborn will help them solve a mystery there. A baby girl no more than 2 weeks old was found floating in an inlet near Boynton Beach by an off-duty firefighter on Friday. Now, police sketch artists released this rendering of what they think the baby may have looked like at birth. So far, no one has come forward with any information about the baby. The Palm Beach County Medical Examiner's Office has also not determined a cause of death just yet.
Right now, the Tennessee Health Department is spraying for mosquitoes after finding bugs that tested positive for the West Nile virus. Crews are out in Memphis and will be in other parts of the state for the rest of the week. The chemical is approved by the Environmental Protection Agency as safe for humans and pets. Experts say residents should go inside when they hear or see a swarm of mosquitoes.
Usually you'll hear it about 9 or 10 p.m. at night, that loud buzzing noise. We ask that you just kind of step inside until for, maybe 5 or 6 minutes until that plume subsides and you can go back out.
Health officials are asking everyone to stay cautious this summer and to follow the 4 Ds to fight mosquitoes. That is, dress with long sleeves, drain standing water around your home, avoid dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are active, and also use insect repellent to defend yourself. Uber is reminding users about the extra steps it's taking to improve passenger safety. The company sent an email to app users highlighting safety features. Users can share trip details with trusted contacts and also call 911 through the app. Uber also says it will run background checks every year on drivers. They've also added an emergency button last week for users to quickly share their location with police.
If you're a homeowner in Sarasota County, a reminder this morning about using certain fertilizers on your lawn. Nitrogen and phosphorus fertilizers are banned every year for a few months. Now, the goal is to protect water quality from tainted stormwater runoff. So here are a few tips. First, look for Summer Safe products with 00 as the first 2 numbers on the fertilizer label. Second, apply iron and magnesium to keep your lawns green at this time. And keep your grass a little taller than you might normally. Plus, make sure that you buy plants that are adapted to our hot and humid climate. And then sweep or blow your grass clippings back into the yard. Now, the fertilizer restriction season runs until September the 30th. Happening today, want to have coffee with a cop? Well, you can. The Bradenton Police Department are going to be hosting their Coffee with a Cop today at McDonald's on Cortez Road West. Now, it's going to be taking place from 8:30 until 10:30 this morning. Now, if you can't make that one, you have another chance later on today from 5:30 to 7:30 tonight.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, an unusual sight in South Africa's peaceful night sky. Will show you what was spotted on surveillance video.
And a little later in the hour, Mother Nature shows no signs of slowing down on the Big Island of Hawaii, even caused an entire lake to evaporate. But first, here is a live looking from one of my favorite places in the whole world, Los Angeles.
Yes.
City of Angels out there this morning, the home of all things movie and TV that I love.
Oh yeah, it's fun to be out there. There's the shot right now. It's 62 degrees out there at this moment what is it, 2:09 a.m. They'll see a high in LA of 72 degrees. But you want to hear more about the Suncoast, and for that, we've got John Scalzi.
Well, it's going to be another hot, humid day, no doubt about that, with a few scattered showers around along the coastline in the morning hours, but the rain chance is small. I haven't even checked the rain box, the inclement weather box on our drive time forecast, because the showers will be so quick, so passing, and so light that it probably won't create much of a problem for us. The drive to work will feature temperatures in the low 80s, mostly clear skies. The sun dawns and we'll start to see some temperatures rise pretty quickly. We'll be in the mid 80s on the way home with a few inland showers possible. Yesterday, a few of the showers were strong in inland areas. That could happen again today. And all of the airport hubs serving the Sarasota International Airport are running on time. Complete forecast in a minute.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Me, pick me. Oh, come on, man. Oh, man, I love technology. Hey, yo, check out my new phone. Look at this right here. For years, the DeSoto Club has needed improvements. Join me and Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County as we raise money to build a brand new facility. It will be bigger and better, just like it was 40 years ago when I attended. Invest in kids, build great futures.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit saluteheroes.org or call this number to learn more.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So today we look at temperatures that come in at about 80 degrees by 7 a.m. Yeah, that's warm. We are on this westerly wind kind of flow pattern for the next several days. And what that generally means is we get higher relative humidities than we normally might have. And so consequently, even though our afternoon highs are about where they should be, our morning lows tend to run a little on the warm side. And that's certainly the case right now with that 80-degree temperature at 7. We'll look for 84 degrees by 12 noon. Plenty of sunshine around, boosting our temperatures up. The few scattered morning showers that we have a chance for over the next several hours will go away by noon, and then we'll start to see the heating of the day begin to initiate more shower activity as we move into the afternoon, and a few scattered showers moving onshore will become more numerous and stronger storms as they move inland, with about a 30% chance of showers there. Then all of that moves toward the other coast, and the evening should be beautiful. Coming in around 82 degrees, should have that nice westerly wind near the coastline. So here's our futurecast, the RPM computer model we run here at the station, and you can see that there are a few scattered showers being forecast by this model. I think that's accurate, mostly down to our south around Inglewood, Venice, Fort Myers. We'll have a line of showers moving through, but we could also have a few less, but still some up here around Bradenton and in Sarasota. The showers then move into inland areas. I think by noon things quiet down along the coastline, but they all move into inland areas and move further toward the other coast. Tomorrow morning, we'll probably do it again with a few scattered showers near the coast in the morning, followed by those afternoon showers inland as that sea breeze kind of reinforces a general westerly flow. We have a little area of low pressure that rides along a stalled frontal boundary located just to our north. That stalled frontal boundary you can think of as kind of railroad tracks, and little areas of low pressures like freight cars on that railroad track move along and enhance rainfall chances along the path. That'll be the case tomorrow. I think that storm will be closer to areas north of us and certainly really enhance the rainfall chance from Tampa Bay northward. But even us, we will enjoy a little extra chance of those cooling afternoon rain showers tomorrow. High pressure still remains our dominant weather feature. Westerly wind still stays with us. Heat indexes are still going to be a consideration in the afternoons as our average temperature of about 88 degrees is reached. The feels like temperature will be closer to about 95 each afternoon for the next several afternoons. Perhaps some slightly drier air might filter in and reduce our dew points a little bit tomorrow and the day after that. But it's going to be really almost negligible difference. Still have dew points in the mid-70s, so it'll still feel kind of sticky out there. Humid today, mostly inland showers, better rain chance tomorrow. That's the forecast takeaway, I think. You can see some of that drier air that's filtered in aloft, and generally what that means is it reduces our normal rain chances from, the 50% we might see to the 30% we have today. It also means that only the strongest storms can punch through that dry air. So it kind of encourages sometimes a few stronger storms to develop, and that's the case. That was the case yesterday. Could be the case again today, particularly on the other coast. Not so much for our coast, but certainly as those storms grow and move toward the east coast, it could be the case again. So the forecast kind of looks like this. We'll have today for boating weather, a nice boating day. West wind pretty continuous throughout the afternoon, coming in at about 10 knots. We have a light chop. Nice day to be out there on the waters, I think. 88 we'll call it for today. Same thing tomorrow. We'll enhance that rainfall chance tomorrow as that little upper level low kind of moves across the northern part of the state. So we'll bump up the rain chance 20%. Again, this is mostly going to be for inland storms later in the afternoon. Same thing on Thursday, Friday. By Saturday, I think, and Sunday, we'll start to maybe switch those rain chances such that everybody gets a chance at the rain showers as they kind of build inland and drift back to the coast. Kind of a reverse pattern of what we have now. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take a look outside, too. We do a first alert traffic out there this morning. Roads are looking pretty good right there in Manatee County. Just a little bit of a slowdown on 301, but not much to worry about this morning. In Sarasota County, those roads are also looking pretty decent. We're starting to see some slowdowns as we normally do on 41, riding around right on the bay right there. Other than that, not too much in the northern half of Sarasota. A little bit farther south, again, those roads aren't looking too bad either. If you're heading 75 south or 41 south, both of those are running smooth this morning at 5:18. That's First Alert Traffic. In Health Smart this morning, it is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths, and it's now hitting a younger generation. The American Cancer Society says that cases of colon cancer for those under the age of 55 went up by 50%. So now, in response to those new numbers, they're changing some of the screening guidelines to start screenings as young as 45 now. One doctor says the earlier the screening, the better, because this cancer doesn't always show symptoms.
Colon polyps usually are asymptomatic. Colon cancers in the early stage can be very asymptomatic as well. By the time you start having symptoms of change in bowel habits or bleeding, anemia, things like that, then you can have an advanced cancer.
Now, some other symptoms include abdominal cramps and loss of appetite as well.
The top person at Starbucks is stepping down later on this month. Howard Schultz. He's been with Starbucks on and off since the 1980s, has been called the architect of the modern Starbucks. The chain now has 28,000 locations. He is said to be worth nearly $3 billion. There have been rumors the 64-year-old Brooklyn native may someday run for president. He began as the director of marketing back in 1982.
Worked his way up through the ranks.
He certainly did, yes.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, Facebook facing new allegations of how it's handling your privacy. We're going to tell what major companies they're now accused of sharing data with.
And next half hour at 5:30, the recent spike in shootings in Newtown has residents and police concerned what police are planning to prevent any future shootings. That's coming up. But first, here's a peek at your nation's capital. Pretty shot of the rotunda there.
Beautiful day out there as well. Probably not nearly as humid as we've got going here. John Scalzi is going to tell you just how much it will get later on today. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast right here on ABC 7.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A contract that weathered Tet. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
A cute story here. An Amazon delivery person is getting high praise for being discreet with a package. Vanessa O'Shea bought a doormat that says, "Please hide packages from husband."
I respect her.
So that's exactly what the delivery man tried to do. There's the mat right there. They watched the video later on the security camera, got a good laugh at the guy trying to find a place to hide the package. This video has been seen more than 8 million times on Facebook.
All right, sometimes we relate. Well, check this out. Did surveillance video catch a meteor in the South African night sky? One local couple were outside when they saw a flash in the sky. Isn't that amazing? Neighbors also reported seeing a meteor, so they all checked it out on their security video. And this is what it caught, sure enough, right there in the middle of the sky. Wow. It looks like they caught a meteor. Let's take one more look at it. Isn't that amazing?
Security cameras can catch so much these days.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Well, does this sound familiar? Facebook is facing some scrutiny this morning over new privacy concerns.
Here's today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple's latest software unveiling.
iOS 12 comes out this fall. It'll feature tools to help users curb their addictions to their iPhones and iPads and allow users to create their own custom emojis that look just like them. Adorable. And you've heard the saying, three's a crowd. How about 32?
Well, also coming with iOS 12, a feature called Group FaceTime that will allow 32 people to chat online together. People have been tweeting images from the Brady Bunch saying group chat is about to look like this, but just worse.
Much worse.
If you're an online shopaholic, you can apparently count on Amazon to enable your habit.
This woman in Texas has a doormat with a message asking that all packages be hidden from her husband. Then she posted a video of a delivery guy who got the message, tucking the package away where her husband won't find it.
Not bad. Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites. Sponsored by Sherwin-Williams Paint.
Feel the clarity of non-drowsy Claritin in relief from symptoms caused by over 200 allergens, like those from Buddy. Because stuffed animals are clearly no substitute for real ones. Feel the clarity and live Claritin Clear.
Bottom line is, moms love that Land O'Frost premium sliced meats have no byproducts.
Baloney!
I've joined the call.
Hey, Baloney here.
I thought this was a no byproducts call.
Land O'Frost Premium, a slice above.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed. and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 5:30.
The death toll continues to rise after that Guatemala volcano eruption. A new warning there this morning.
Happening today, Manatee County will decide how to spend over $1 billion. We'll have a live preview from downtown Bradenton.
And history being made in Saudi Arabia. Women finally getting a driver's license for the first time. We're going to tell you what's behind that change. Those stories plus your first alert weather right now on Good Morning Suncoast. Thanks for waking up with us. It is 5:30. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. Once again, Stephanie's concerned about her hair today.
First alert, frizz alert, ladies. Be careful. Use the good stuff.
Yeah, the humidity will be high once again today, no doubt about that. And the feels like temperature close to the mid-90s again this afternoon. Air conditioners will be cranking full tilt boogie all across the Suncoast, no doubt about it. Good news is your drive commute looks pretty good. This is from the Cortez Bridge webcam, and you can see this. Really no impediments toward any kind of commute this morning. There's no fog, there's no rain, everything looks pretty good. Now, we do have a chance at a scattered shower or two. The rain chance I'll put at about, I'd say 20% this morning, and then as we head into the afternoon, about 30%, but that's mostly for a scattered shower or two or thunderstorm in inland areas this afternoon. Now you can see a few areas of drizzle moving on to shore and a couple of moderate rain showers as well. Around Cortez, you're seeing a little bit of rain showers, well, just to the south of Cortez, actually. And then around Venice and Inglewood, a scattered area patch of drizzle or so. Bayshore Gardens, actually, will be the location for that one shower I showed you. 81 degrees, our current air temperature, west wind at 12. We are looking for a sticky warm afternoon. We'll talk more about that in just a few.
Right, today, talk to you soon, John. First, here's a look at the Ringling Causeway at this hour. It's 5:31. There's some traffic up there, a little bit, not too much, but pretty how they light the bridge from underneath there in Sarasota Bay. Let's get a look now at the maps. This is first alert traffic and checking Manatee County. We'll find out there's the usual delays on State Road 70, both directions around 301. Otherwise, not too bad so far this morning. Checking farther south on the maps in the upper half of Sarasota County. Nothing right now to speak of. Little tiny blip there on Clark Road in the eastbound lane around Beneva near Palmer Ranch. And then we check the final maps to the south, and we'll find just some small red there, some 41 slowdowns down by the Sarasota and Charlotte County line.
Well, new images this morning from that massive volcano eruption in Guatemala. The death toll rising overnight to at least 69. ABC's Candace Gibson has the latest.
This morning, new video showing lava shooting into the air from an erupting volcano in Guatemala.
Oh my God!
The Fuego volcano sending a hot flow of mud, gas, and a cloud of what's being described as boiling ash over villages. ABC's Victor Oquendo is there.
We're looking down at the city of Antigua. I'm told that before the eruption, those roofs were a vibrant red. Now, they're a dark gray because of all the ash.
Caitlin Almy from Boston and Canadian Aidan Turner were hiking on a mountain next to the volcano. They left just 2 hours before it erupted.
When we got back, we saw the rainfall, like maybe minutes after we got back. It was just raining ash.
I just feel really bad because there were people headed up the mountain while we were headed down.
Rebecca Thompson from Houston said she thought it was hailing and then noticed it was actually raining rocks.
I've never experienced anything like that, so I was
You just didn't know what you were dealing with.
Yeah, nothing's happened like this in about 20 years.
Among the dead, children as young as 3, as well as a disaster agency official. More than 3,000 people have been evacuated, with more than 1,700 in shelters. Urgent rescue missions are right now underway, but the hot terrain is making it difficult. The combination of ash and lava reaching 1,300 degrees. But there are signs this morning of hope. Rescuers have found people alive pulling them from the ash, including this baby. One rescuer passing the baby to another before going back in to search for more survivors. Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Now to the latest developments on another volcano. Right now, a massive river of lava is flowing into Kapahoho Bay in Hawaii. Towering fountains of lava are still reaching as high as 250 feet in the air. The lava from that fissure made its way all the way to the ocean. Along the way, it destroyed about 160 homes. All this has elevated the threat of LAYS, or toxic lava haze. The LAYS threat is covering about 5,000 acres. Lava is also forming a new delta hundreds of yards into the bay, forever reshaping the Big Island.
And Mother Nature just won't leave that Big Island alone. A 5.5 magnitude earthquake on Sunday caused some major damage to a Jagger Museum. It's in the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, only about 2 miles away from the Kilauea volcano. Hundreds of these small, shallow quakes. They also fractured some of the main roads in the national park itself.
Wow.
Well, just over $1 billion is at stake for Manatee County. Commissioners are getting ready to meet later on today to decide the budget, and it could mean some big changes for the county.
Our Marla Spence has a preview now live in downtown Bradenton. Marla?
Hey guys, county commissioners will be meeting here at the Manatee County Government Administrative Center. They'll be here to discuss a proposed budget for $1.4 billion. Now, there is so far plans for the proposed budget in place. The county leaders say money will be going to many projects across the county. Community projects include a new pool at Lincoln Park, new trails for West Manatee County, and the continued expansion of 44th Avenue. The budget also proposes to undertake 87 infrastructure sales tax projects by beginning to construct intersection and road projects. Now, there are also recommended $4.7 million in stormwater projects that will be to improve drainage throughout the county. Now, today, county commissioners will be meeting for the first time since the budget was released last week. They'll be here to discuss the $1 billion at stake. Reporting live in Manatee County, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Marla. Shooting, victim, investigation. We've read those words countless times in our newscast the past month after an increase of shootings in northern Sarasota. Police want to get to the core of the issue. A local emergency response team wants to start with education, focusing on the next generation of leaders, asking parents to talk to their kids. The next step is to bring back block captains nearly a decade after residents first began patrolling the streets. The head of the local NAACP says police need to take a unique approach here.
The way that you police one community may not necessarily be the way that you police another community, because every community has different dynamics.
Sarasota police may assign more officers to the Newtown area and make an extra effort to build relationships with residents.
Well, you only have a few days left to stock up on all those hurricane supplies tax-free. From now until this Thursday, you don't have to pay sales tax on supplies like batteries, lights, gas containers, generators, coolers, and radios. It's all a part of Florida's disaster preparedness sales tax holiday. Now, the state also says it's a good time to check your list and update your hurricane preparedness kit.
After some backlash from the Philadelphia Eagles, President Trump has decided to cancel their visit today to the White House. The Super Bowl winners were scheduled to visit today, but some players plan to skip it as a protest against the president. They're upset about the president's position on having to stand for the national anthem. Last season, you might recall, some players across the NFL got down on one knee in protest, and the president has been an outspoken critic of that demonstration. The president said Eagles fans are still welcome to come to the White House for a different kind of ceremony celebrating American military heroes, where everybody will stand for the national anthem today. In the wake of sexual misconduct accusations against several Hollywood big names, director Woody Allen wants to make sure his name isn't on the list and wants you to know about that as well. Allen told an Argentinian news program he should be viewed as a positive example for the Me Too movement. Allen said it bothers him when he's lumped in with predators. He was accused of sexually abusing his daughter when she was 7 years old. But Allen has consistently denied the allegation and was never charged with any crime, and he pointed out no actress has ever come forward with allegations against him during his 50-year career.
Well, history is being made when it comes to women's rights in Saudi Arabia, a step closer towards lifting the world's only ban on women drivers. The Saudi government issued driver's licenses to 10 women on Monday. That's according to a release from the Saudi Ministry of Media. They also went on to say that they're going to allow women to finally drive on June 24th. Now, the government expects another 2,000 women to seek licenses in the coming weeks.
Here on the Suncoast, the annual Siesta Key and Venice Beach runs start this evening. The 1 mile fun run held every Tuesday at Siesta Beach and every Wednesday at Brohard Beach in Venice. Registration begins at 5:30 p.m., race at 6:30 p.m. Runners will also get a ribbon and free ice pop for taking part, and those who complete all 4 runs will get a free t-shirt.
Still ahead, the $100 million plan to bring some Disney magic to sick kids all over the world. We're going to show you how it started with kids in LA. But first,
ever been there before?
I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I've done the boat tour around it, but it wasn't open at the time.
Me too. About 15 years ago.
Yeah, about maybe 5 or 6
Oh,
days.
yeah, I wanted to go up to the statue there, but it was closed when I was there as well.
Yeah.
John, have you been inside the Statue of Liberty at all?
Several times.
Really?
Several times. Yeah, I used to live in New York, so yes, I used to take all my visitors there. It's a great place. Ellis Island is fantastic too. I highly recommend it, especially if you had any ancestors that came over on waves of immigration. So we're looking at some pretty quiet conditions as far as fire danger goes across the state with all those recent rains. You know, almost every place in the state of Florida was in the green in terms of fire danger, but it's interesting. With only a few days of no rain, some of the counties to the north of us are now in the moderate zone because of some drier air that's filtered in. Don't get too excited. We aren't getting a lot of that drier air around here. Maybe just a little taste midweek, but our fire dangers do remain low. We do have a couple of locations where water samples are indicating a little background red tide, but so far, none of the beach reporters are saying that there's any kind of irritants in the air. That's good. So if you are planning on going to the beach this afternoon or evening, should be great. Sunset quality 4 out of 4 beach balls. It'll be a lovely walk at the coast with mostly sunny, dry conditions. We'll have the complete forecast in a second.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically, and I don't know what we would have done without that.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we've been talking about those few scattered showers that are moving onshore close to the coastline. That's what we're seeing currently. Got about a 20% chance of seeing those move onshore during the morning hours, and then everything moves inland a little bit later on. So this is our one chance of those cooling rains really close to the coastline. Right now, Bayshore Gardens seeing a little bit of light rainfall. Nothing really heavy, but it is around. It'll be moving quickly, and total rainfall accumulation's not all that great. We're looking at a few scattered showers, too, around Nokomis and then down to the south around Rotunda, a few offshore moving in toward Inglewood over the next half hour or so. And that's going to be the case probably through about 9 o'clock or so. Tomorrow, we have a little bit better chance of everybody getting rainfall because of these scattered showers that we're picking up on radar back toward the Louisiana Delta. That's a little bit of energy aloft that's going to help enhance rainfall chances as it scoots across the northern part of the state tomorrow. Forecast hour by hour, 9 a.m., 20% chance of showers. Temperatures climbing to about 82 degrees, 84 by around noontime. As you're out and about enjoying your lunch hour, I think everything will look pretty good at noontime. And I think most of the shower activity will have winded down temporarily. A lot of the shower activity moving inland. And then by 3 o'clock, we'll watch those inland showers kind of blossom a little bit. About a 30% chance of rainfall then. Again, not great rain chances, but something. And then as we head into the evening hour, I think all that rain will have moved toward the other coast and we'll be in kind of a quiet period once again for a beautiful sunset. So humid today, mostly inland storms. I think that pretty much sums it up. Scattered showers along our coastline this morning till about 9 o'clock. Then a lot of that activity is going to be moving inland. By noontime, I think a lot of our area will be enjoying some pretty quiet conditions. Showers blossoming as we head into the later afternoon, especially along the east coast, while our coast stays pretty quiet. And then tomorrow morning, I think we'll see the same sort of situation. Showers close to our coastline, moving onshore and bringing us a slight chance of rainfall as we head into dawn tomorrow. That's the forecast probably for today and for tomorrow, except tomorrow we might have a little better rain chances. This low continues to drift toward the east and moves across central Florida. As that or North Florida. As that happens, rain showers may extend as far as our area and give everyone a little bit better aerial coverage of shower activity. Humid today, mostly inland showers, except for those few morning showers near the coastline. And then better rain chances tomorrow, both near the coast and inland, as we'll up our rain chance from about the 30% today to a 50% chance tomorrow. So that'll be nice, break the heat a little bit. There is some dry air aloft. That's what's visible here on our water vapor imagery as this tan color, turquoise color, the more moist and rich air. And this water vapor imagery is one of my favorite images to show you because it shows you the swirls and motions in the atmosphere, and you can see the sort of downward shift of this drier air from that stalled front to the north. Now, the stalled front at the north is located around the Panhandle region, and that's at the surface. This is well up in the atmosphere, and what this tends to do is limit the number of storms that we get. But some of the stronger storms can punch through this dry air, and that's what we had happen yesterday along the East Coast. We had some severe thunderstorms along the East Coast. Again today, I think the East Coast will be the favored location for stronger storms while we enjoy just these kind of modest, moderate to light rainfalls. West wind coming in at about 10 throughout the afternoon. The winds will be kind of consistent, 2-foot seas, light chop, with that westerly flow continuing, maybe a few scattered showers around. 88 today. Pretty much the same tomorrow. I'll trend down the temperature just a tad tomorrow because of maybe a little increase in cloud cover and a few extra showers around because of that low that'll move on past. We'll back to 30% again on Thursday, and I think Friday about the same with temperatures a little bit warmer because we'll have a little more sunshine, a little fewer clouds. And as we head into the weekend, I think our rain chance will bump up to about 40% by Sunday. These will be kind of your standard afternoon showers and thunderstorms, but the direction may change. We'll be watching that. They may move back from inland areas toward the coast during the evening, giving everyone a little bit better chance of those cooling showers. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take a look at your first alert traffic. Starting to see some delays right there in Manatee County. 41 and 301 starting to run a little bit slow. And heads up, if you are taking 75 and you get off on the State Road 64 exit, starting to see some gridlock right there as you come off of the highway. Then in Sarasota County, those roads still aren't looking too bad. We do have a slowdown that is right there on Fruitville Road, right around the 301 area, so some delays in that area as well. A little bit farther south, those roads aren't looking too bad, both 75 and 41 if you're heading towards Port Charlotte or Punta Gorda this morning. Both of those are running pretty good right now. 548 with your first alert traffic. Well, Mickey Mouse and a few of his closest friends surprised some young patients at Children's Hospital in Los Angeles. It's all a part of this new $100 million plan to bring a little bit of Disney magic to children's hospitals all over the world. Reporter Rob Hayes was there.
For the kids who are spending time at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, the days can be long and less than wonderful. One way to fix that, bring in some help from the most wonderful place on earth.
It's really special for our families and patients to see the enthusiasm and the incredible generosity of the Disney family.
Today, some of Disney's most famous faces made the rounds at Children's Hospital, doling out high fives and plenty of toys. Mickey and Donald Duck, familiar with the kids. This face?
87.
67. More familiar to parents. Disney CEO Bob Iger, along with his executive team, spending their afternoon going from room to room.
Oh, now, do you know who Groot is? Baby Groot. Here's Baby Groot.
But it's not just about toys and characters and costumes. It's about a commitment Disney is making to children's hospitals all around the world. A really big commitment.
$100 million to children's hospitals around the world.
Disney will be giving that $100 million over the next 5 years, aimed at reimagining and improving how children's hospitals work.
The health and well-being of families, in particular of children around the world, is something that's core to the company's values.
Millions of much-needed dollars headed to the hospitals. And on the front lines, a smiling face with a toy or two doesn't hurt either.
Smile, Jaden.
In Los Angeles, Rob Hayes.
Caught on camera, a gator with a passion for interior design. A Bradenton couple had a surprise visitor over the weekend. They say they awakened to find all of their patio furniture was rearranged. Well, they checked their surveillance camera and sure enough found a video of a gator having some fun about 1 o'clock early Monday morning. Wow, don't go outside.
Oh, can you imagine? He just needed this chair over here. He was just fixing things for a little bit. It's all good. Yeah.
Let's take a live look right now at Atlanta. Right now at 5:51. There you see Sky View Atlanta. 65 degrees right now in the capital of Georgia.
That's right. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast right here on ABC 7.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs.
but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Thank you.
You got a king?
Go fish.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
It is 5:54, and here are some of the top stories that we're following for you today.
The city of Sarasota is asking the state for more money to help rebuild Lido Beach. The city manager declared a state of emergency last week after our strong storms blew through.
Plus, tomorrow, active shooter response training at Bayshore High School. Both Manatee County Sheriff's Office and Bradenton Police will be on hand. There will be simulated gunshots and a police presence at the school from 8 in the morning until noon.
And the annual Siesta Key Beach Run resumes tonight. The 1-mile fun run held for the next 4 Tuesdays. A similar run is tomorrow night in Venice.
Coming up in the next hour, an update into that sinkhole that opened nearly 2 years ago at a fertilizer manufacturing plant in Polk County. Plus, how American Airlines is now making it a lot easier to fly straight shot from Sarasota to Texas. And a strange story about a surgeon who noticed something a little wrong with a woman he saw on TV, so he tracked her down. We're going to tell you about the medical discovery that he was able to spot.
Interesting story. I saw that. Yeah. Let's look at John Scholes right now. One last peek at the forecast this hour.
Yeah, it looks pretty good for us. Cooper in central Sarasota, our youngest weather watcher, comes up with 81 degrees, our current air temperature. Here are your takeaways. High humidity today. And by the way, on our website, I've gone ahead and posted a nice little graphic that'll be able to show you exactly what your temperature feels like depending on the air temperature. Mostly dry and better rain chances tomorrow. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. One more hour of Good Morning Suncoast straight ahead right here on ABC 7.